Alright, so this video is intended for my brother. The people have been watching my videos lately. Not sure why you're watching them. I'm going to lay down what's going on with Total War, Warhammer 3, and Immortal Empires and the other games. Instead of calling them on the phone, and I fucking hate talking on the phone. Usually. Alright, so let's just go ahead and open up Steam here. And like I said, there's certain games that have the license with NVIDIA to play it on GeForce Now. Total War Warhammer 3 is on there. Not sure if the other games are, but you should be able to buy the DLC and get it. So let me go over the base Total War Warhammer 3 game. And I guess I can watch the cinematics. They had to add in the seizure warning after it launched.
Tome of Fates. It reveals the secrets of the past, the present, and what may come to be. Most would think me fortunate to own such a book, but I can only use it in service to others. That is my curse. It wakes, tormenting me once more, feeding on the mysteries of this world, unraveling them into opportunity. But opportunity for whom?
Now, this is the base game for Total War Warhammer 3, which includes Immortal Empires, but I'll get into detail in a second. Go on a minute or two. Alright, so Total War Warhammer 3, third of the series. You start off with, you have the prologue, which is basically a tutorial, which is actually a very good tutorial. So you play through that, and it teaches you how to recruit units, use your units, move your units. It's a tutorial. And you have the base game of Game 3, which is the Realm of Chaos.
Son of Dragons.
Which comes with these races. No, it comes, yeah.
I cannot be stopped.
Daniel the Demon. He's a customizable demon prince. He's one faction. So Daniel comes with the base game. Grand Cathay comes with the base game. Except for Whm Iii, who's DLC. Miao Ying.
A dragon in human form.
Why does it kick me all the way back? You have Scarbrand.
Of dragon.
Korn, Kislev.
Only I keep chaos at bay.
You start with Tsarina Katerin, Kastalton.
The voice of Kislev's gods.
In the game, you can unlock Tsar Boris.
Kislev's greatest Tsar.
You also get Nurgle.
Tuga. The disease weaver.
Ogre Kingdoms were day one DLC. You'd have to pay for them. You start with Slanesh,
Witness my majesty.
Nakari. You also get
We have mocked them all.
Kairos Fate Weaver, who's represents Cinch. So the Chaos Dwarves are DLC. Ogres are DLC.
Rhesus Gold. Over Tyrant and Old Master.
And that's, well, they have the Warriors. Oh, DLC is Chaos Dwarves. So that's going to cost you extra. Ogres will cost you extra.
The attention's all on me.
Warriors of Chaos are DLC.
Germs and viruses fill their sinuses.
Okay, so that's the base game. Is completely different from Immortal Empires, where Realms of Chaos is objective based, as where Immortal Empires is a sandbox. And then you get over to Immortal Empires, so you can only play those races. If you buy the base game, you can only play those races. The Beastmen are DLC. They have 2 DLCs.
Strength and honor.
They're FLC, so you should be able to play them. I don't know. I own all of it, and once you buy all 3 base games, it's like $350, somewhere between $350, $400 for all of it. But that's over all the stuff they've released over 7 years, and you don't need to buy all that unless you see something you're interested in playing. Chaos Dwarves, Daniel the Demon, Dark Elves are Game 2.
I will have my vengeance.
Which is still full price. So if you buy Game 2, you can play as Malekith and Marathi.
One will yield or burn.
Everything else is DLC. I think Rakarth is FLC.
Not be bested. Ever.
Dwarves are Game 1.
To war!
So to play Thorgrim, Ungrim,
I'm the Slayer King.
or Belegar. Oh, Belegar's DLC.
You have my axe.
He's DLC, I believe.
Master Rune Lord of Karakathor.
He's DLC as well. You don't get just one lord, you get a couple of lords with the DLCs.
In the name of Magnus.
So Karl Franz is Game 1. To play him, you have to buy the first game.
Empire's blessings, yes.
Balthazar is Game 1. You again have to buy the DLC. He's part of a...
Elites, gather.
He's DLC, so you just have to buy the DLC to play as him, not the base game.
Grand Theogenist.
He's part of a Lord Pack DLC, so you get him and Helm and Gorst at the same time, but you'd have to pay for that. Yuan Bo He's DLC, but the DLC he's part of, you get a lord for 3 different races. Cathay, Cinch, and Kislev. The greenskins are part of the base game. So to play Grimgor, you'd have to get game 1. Azag's game 1. Skarsnik's games 1. He's game 1 as well.
Goblin King, for now and ever.
He's DLC, so you'd have to buy the what is it, the Grim and the Punch, or whatever the fuck it was, him and Eltharion.
I am Tyrion, heir of Anarion.
Now he's game 2, so you'd have to buy game 2 to get him.
There is no limit to my power.
But game 2 would come with all of the base lords. She's DLC.
This world needs me.
Serve the Shadow King.
He's FLC, so if you buy game 2, you'd be able to get him for free.
Our future depends upon me.
He's DLC with Grom.
Dragonfire runs through my veins.
I think he's FLC. Alright, we already went over Corn.
Absolute ruler.
Come closer.
Alright, so Mother of Stankia would be, she's DLC, part of the Shadows of Change with the Cinch, Kislev, and Cathay DLC. Lizardman. He comes with game 1. He comes with game 1. He's DLC. He's DLC. DLC. The DLCs usually, they always come with more than one lord. He's DLC. Him and Torox. Okay, he came with Torox. Base game. Base game. Base game. DLC. Norska's DLC for game 1.
To the 4 corners!
No one controls Warlord Queek.
He's base game, game 2. So is he.
Lustria will fall to pestilence.
Chief Master of
FLC.
Warrens.
If you own game 2.
Icket Claw, Engineer's Death.
DLC for game 2.
The Night Lord. Yes, yes.
DLC for game 2, but he comes with Malice Darkblade. Another DLC lord, but he comes with the Sisters of Twilight from the Wood Elves. Tomb Kings are DLC for game 2.
Join with us, Seer of the Past.
He's a game 3 base lord. Changeling is DLC for game 3.
The Vampire Coast is all.
All 4 of these lords are DLC for game 2.
Thine right is mine.
Manny comes with game 1. Kimmler, Vlad, Isabella, Helmi Gorse.
Master of Unlight.
He's DLC for game 1. He comes with Volkmar. So if you buy the DLC for Volkmar and Gorst, you can play just them. If you want to play as any of these other lords,
The true
you'd have to own game 1.
I'll have this world.
This is game 3 DLC, which is probably the best DLC they ever did. And you got the Wood
I
Elves.
thirst for the hunt.
I don't remember if they were DLC or FLC, but they weren't in the base game of game 1. I mean, it came out 7 years ago. And I have a hard time remembering yesterday sometimes. But Sisters of Twilight are DLC. I don't remember if she's DLC or FLC. Alright, so I got desktop capture enabled. So let me close out of GeForce now. Alright, so going over to the Steam store. Game 3, $60. The original game's still $60. Warhammer 2 is $60 still. So the DLC, and every 6 months to a year they've released, more or less, with a couple exceptions, DLC. So Norska is $10. Shadows of Change, the most recent one, $25, which is way overpriced, but they went back and actually issued refunds for it and added a bunch more stuff in. Bretonia is free. Warzag's free. That's game 1. Don't even worry about the Warriors of Chaos in game 1, but that's $8. Ogre Kingdoms is $12. Day 1 DLC, which is a sure as hell sign that a company's garbage with day 1 DLC. Champions of Chaos, $16. Emmerich's free. Ramsey Bolton's free. They have a hero that's free. Grey Wizard's free. Forge of the Chaos Dwarves is $25, but that's definitely worth it. Beastmen are $19. What the fuck? Thoric Ironbrow's free. Gorok's free. Lokir's free. Lithanar. So the whole kit and caboodle comes up to about somewhere between $350 and $400 for everything. But you only have to get something that you're interested in, and the $60 you spend just a Realm of Chaos it's gotten better. When it first came out, it was a hot pile of garbage. They've made it better. Nobody really plays it. That is what I would suggest to play at first before you get into Immortal Empires, just to see how the game plays. They even have to pay to have blood in the game for $3.49. Blood for the Blood God. So yeah, the whole thing. I mean, it's $180 for all 3 games, but I mean, it's easy to get started out with just the base game with no DLC, and you only have to buy what you're interested in playing. Me, I have OCD, and this is my thing, so I have all of it, but I spent that money over 7 years now. How many hours do I have in all the games? I don't know why it takes Windows 11 so long to launch Steam. Oh yeah, you get Joan of Arc for free. You get a lot of stuff for free. And there's a lot of stuff you have to pay for. Alright, so the original Total War, I have 2,551 hours in. Total War Warhammer 2. I have 14,253 hours in. And Game 3, I have 4,973.2 hours. Alright, so. And yes, they have co-op up to 4 players, and they've much improved the cooperative campaign. And if we were to fight if we were to do a co-op campaign, you would actually be able to grant me control of your units, so I could help you out. Well, as much time as I've spent playing this game, I'm relatively good at it, I think. So I can make you the prologue will get you started for Game 3. It's an excellent tutorial. It's on easy difficulty. I have all the resources I can send you to get into it. It's not just about battles, but it's about establishing settlements and maintaining territory and things like that. So this will conclude this video, because I hate talking on the phone, so it's just easier to make a video. Later, bro.